What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Off the Hook. Obviously, I'm Mikey Slayball, and today we got another tournament. This isn't a PBA event, though. This is an MBA event, Michiana Bowlers Association. This is a traveling tournament series that goes around northern Indiana, southern Michigan, and we have, I think, 8 or 9 stops each year on sport patterns. There's 6 games of qualifying, and they cut down usually to the top 12. This, however, is not a normal event like that. This isn't NBA, but this is the MBA Masters event, and this is an 8-game qualifier cut to the top 8, 2 games of total pinfall match play rounds. It's a really great event. I love this event. I have been fortunate enough to win it 2 times, and this tournament just holds near and dear to my heart because this is like one of my first big wins. A lot of really good local bowlers bowl this event. Even some regional players come out here and bowl these events. They're very, very good for sharpening up the competitive skills and just learning to grow when it comes to ball motion, lane play, stuff like that, because we are on sport patterns. You do bowl with some good bowlers. And for me, as you guys would just saw the last video, my little practice session there, getting ready to bowl tournaments and stuff like that, that's actually what I'm doing here. Is I'm doing kind of like another prep work tournament. This time it's just in real competition. I'm trying to get myself working back up into getting into peak competitive form, and a tournament like this is a perfect way to do it. Today we are on, I'm pretty sure it's 45 feet. I can't remember the name of the pattern, but we're on long today, and we're 8 games of qualifying. They cut to the top 8, so it's going to be one of those where I get to go in and put in a full day of work. I get to work through all the hills and valleys of my game right now. I get to work with bowling balls, all the new layouts and stuff like that, to try some different things and kind of see where we're at with the game and hopefully make some progress for today. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm still here to win. Obviously, I don't want to show up to a tournament and not come to win. So the competitive juices are going to be flowing again, first time in a while, and I'm really looking forward to that. But other than that, guys, I'm going to take you along for as much of this ride as I can. I am alone today. Elizabeth, she serves at the Kidman at our church, and so she won't be here till later today. But we're going to make the best of what we got today and hopefully put together a very productive day of bowling. So let's get in there. Let's get to work. Let's have a good day, and let's see if we can't make something happen. All right, so we're about to get going here. This is the wildest thing I have ever experienced. We got 5 minutes of practice. We got 5 minutes. Now, there's only 3 of us on the pair, but like I was trying to wear in a line and get myself locked in because I'm the only righty on this pair to start. And I threw one shot with a different ball that wasn't trying to define the pattern a little bit. And then they're like, oh, practice is done. So this is wild, but it's 4-1. It's kind of soft. We'll be fine. Just may take a frame or 2 to get lined up. But top 8 after 8 games of qualifying, make it a match play. So let's get out there, let's get it done, let's make some shots and have some fun. We got a quick break here after game 2. I'm just gonna update you guys real quick because, well, my scores aren't really doing me any justice right now. Obviously, long patterns are not really my forte, and although I struggled out of the gate to kind of get lined up because of the lack of practice, I actually been throwing it half decent. I had a couple shots in there that were really bad, but overall, I'm actually executing not bad. Not bad. Problem is I cannot get the ball to go through the pins, and both those 190s just had so many bad breaks in them, like Swisher 7 pins, and then that last game I stuff 8 pin in the first shot in the 10th. Could have shot 2-teen, ended up shooting 190, so back-to-back 190s, and had one hole in each game just on shots that weren't actually that bad. They just didn't hook. So this is where the practice comes into play, this past practice session. We need to keep things slow and calm. I know that I'm in control of my game right now, and I'm executing well. I need to go out, go through the bag a little bit, find some different shapes, get one that goes to the pins a little bit better, and then just start executing and don't stop. So that's the goal heading into game 3 here. We got 6 left. Scores aren't huge. They're obviously not super low. It is a 4-to-1 ratio pattern, and it is a form of handicap tournament. So I got to go do some work. But we're feeling good. 190s aren't going to kill us, but it's time to get locked in. Hopefully, get a motion in my hand that goes to the pins, and let's go out there and let's run down this top 8. Alright guys, well, we're finished with qualifying and I finished 3rd overall, so we made it in a match play. I'm a little bummed. I thought for sure I was going to get a first round bye. Just put together a bunch of really good games, and after 6 I was sitting in a good spot, and the 2 guys right behind me I didn't think were going to catch me, and they didn't. However, there were a couple other guys that apparently went off the last couple games to jump around me, which is okay. We still put together a great game, or a great day. Unfortunately, my last game was on a pair that was super cliffed. Didn't really have the right ball in my hand, shoot 2-0. That's how it goes, but everything I practiced this week when it came to my preparation and that video I showed you guys, that all came into play today. The same mindsets, the same processes, sticking to one thing at a time, focusing on what's in front of me, and just kind of focusing on that stuff. Like, it pays dividends when you practice it. So today I was very pleased with my performance. I actually threw it pretty darn well, and I'm very, very pleased with my performance today. But now we need to go out and get ready to execute and make some good shots. So I'm not really sure how this format goes as in the bracket, but I know that each match is 2 game total pins. So it's not one of those where it's a race. You know, we kind of get some time to make sure we get the right rock in our hand and go out and put together 2 solid games in each match and make my opponent show up. So now we're going to go back, get ready to rock and roll, and hopefully put together a good run here. I'd love to take home Master title number 3 for the NBA. That'd be really cool. So let's get back out there. Let's get to it.
All right, guys, so heading into match 1 here, we drew Richie Benninghoff. And like I said in the intro, there are regional bowlers who bowl this event, and Richie's one of them. He started bowling the regional tour the past year or 2 here, and it's actually been doing very, very well. He's made some cuts, been doing really well. He actually put together a huge performance out at the USBC Open Championship down in Baton Rouge, and he was leading singles for a little bit. Richie is just a great, phenomenal bowler, obviously one of the best bowlers in our area. And so when I drew him first round, I was like, well, this stinks. Why do I have to bowl Richie first round? Like, I'd like to ease my way into this. But then also in my mind, I'm like, if I get past Richie, I love our odds moving forward because that means the momentum's going to be rolling in the right place, and I just took out a heavy hitter. So for me, it was like, let's just get locked in. Let's pick the right rock. Let's make some good shots. And for these 2 games, let's just say solely focused on the process. So here we go into the round of 8 against Richie Benninghoff. All right, well, we made it past Richie. He just didn't really have the right rock in his hand that first game and made it a little bit easier for me to catch the W and move on to the next round against Joey Martin. And this is actually where I said Richie was a heavy hitter. Joey is another huge heavy hitter. When it comes to bowling on long patterns, Joey just matches up super, super well. He has really high ball speed and a really high rev rate, and he can point it really, really well. So I know going against Joey, it was one of those where like, my ball motion is going to have to be really, really good because he's probably going to carry some stuff that I won't just due to ball speed and angles being a little bit more consistent. And so heading into this match, that was my only thought process was stay focused on what the ball does on the lane and execute shots as well as you can. Make him show up and make him do something. So here we go into the round of whatever this is against Joey Martin, 2-game total pinfall. Well, we made it through Joey. Again, another 2 good games put together where I just saw it do the right thing. I made great shots, made good ball changes, stayed on top of transition, and just continued to execute. So as we headed now into this next round against Jalen Taylor, that was kind of the same process. Now, I'd never actually seen Jalen bowl before, and so for me, I was just like, okay, cool, this is a clean slate. I don't really have to worry about any expectations. So let's just focus on the same thing. We focus on making good shots, stay on top of transition, and make sure that we keep the right rock in our hand, and just continue to breathe, be slow, keep a clear mind, and just execute to the best of our abilities. So that's what we're thinking as we head into this 2-game total pinfall round against Jalen Taylor. wouldn't you know it, we're back in a title match. And this one I was really excited about. I haven't won an MBA event in 2 years. And so to be back in a title match and have a chance to win one, especially a Masters win, was super awesome for me. I was really, really pumped up. I was really excited. But the guy I was bowling against has kind of been on a tear lately. He finished second last month at the MBA event, led today. Obviously, he's throwing it good. So for me, after kind of coming off that match and being a little fatigued, I knew like, all right, hey, listen, just stay focused and locked in on what you're doing. The practice we had the week prior prepared you exactly for this. Let's go in, let's execute, let's continue to stay on top of the ball motion and stay on top of the transition. They were getting a little clipped, but let's just go out and do what we do best. We execute well and see what happens and see if we can't capture this third Masters title. So here we go into the title match against William Holmes, see if I can capture my third Masters title.
Get off of it. Good shot. Good shots. Come on. Pretty good. Pretty good. Shot here, come on. Good shot. Good shot. That's so good. And it didn't hook at all. All right, run down, come on. I have to get to the Venom Shock in that lane too. Look at that. We can make spares, good job. Pretty good. Pretty good. Hook 1,000. Oh, I did hook 1,000. Hook 2,000 almost. That's why that ball's the go. Slow first step. Head still. Keep your shoulders and head still. Execute. Come on. Much better. How in the world do I want to pick this up? Execute, execute, execute. Come on. Much better. Wow, it just hooks forever. Okay. All right. Good shot. Oh, it was so committed too. Good shot, good move. Run down. Ah, great shot. Ah. Oh. Good shot here. Let's go. Yep. Be there. Be there. Yes. Good double. Good shots. Way to commit. Good job, man. Finish one more. Get all of them here. Come on. Gotta get off of it. That's why we switched to that one. Execute. Execute, execute. Come on. So good, man. So good. Come on now. Execute. Come on, just commit to the spot. Commit to it and trust it. Let's go. Close. Close, but missed. Good spare. All right, come on. Get back on it. Got to shim a little bit. Execute good shots. Let's go. Execute one good shot. Let's go. Come on. Get off of it. You've got to be absolutely joking. Good shot. Run it down. Come on. Oh, Michael. Gotta execute, man. Commit to the ball change, commit to the shot. Come on. Let's go. Let's go get this thing. Commit to the ball change. Good shot, dude. Way to commit. So good. One more. One more. Come on, kid. We practiced just for this. Now go out and execute a good one. So bad. When you need it the most, you threw it the worst. Well, time to go back and practice that again. Good bowling, brother. All right. You bowl great all day. Good bowling, okay?
And our tournament champion, he receives the championship trophy. He's from Wakarusa, Indiana, winning another MBA championship, his third master. Keep making the ball.
How about that, huh? NBA title number 11, Masters Invitational champion for the third time now. This was a big weight lifted off my shoulders. It's been 2 years since I've won an NBA tournament, which I'm kind of glad to get off of that dry spell. But this means a lot to me just because kind of getting back on track with competing one-handed again. You know, I almost broke through a couple times in the regionals and making some good runs there. And I know this isn't a regional, but for me this means a lot just because of the MBAs were my staple of growing and learning as a competitive bowler when I was younger. And they helped me grow a ton in learning and developing. And so being able to come back and get one of these wins is just, it means the world. And I won't lie to you guys, I beat myself up pretty bad on the way home, not closing out that title match in that 10th frame. I was just like, man, I wish I should have made that second shot. And then my wife brought something to my attention that I didn't really think about, but that was game 16 of the day. Like, hand was pretty beat up, you know, thumb was a little toasted. It's one of those where you can have the best fit in the world, but after you throw a bowling ball that many times throughout the day and you sit, thumb swells up, you go back out and bowl again, sit again, thumb swells back up, you go out and bowl again. Eventually, fatigue sets in. And so, although that shot wasn't what I wanted it to be, the fact that I was even in that position after the day that I had is a remarkable day. It's a great, great day of bowling. I managed everything well. I stayed on top of transition, had the right bowling balls in my hand. I made the big shots when they needed to be made, except for that last one. and things panned out for me. And sometimes winning on the bench isn't the best thing in the world, but sometimes that's just how they come. And I am so grateful. But the biggest thing for me today, my biggest win, was I got to do it in front of my wife, who was amazing and came after church to watch me bowl and match play. And not only that, my parents came and got to watch me bowl and match play, and I got to share this moment with them. And this leads me back to a passage in 1 Corinthians. It says, all athletes are disciplined in their training. They do it to win a prize that will eventually fade. And it just kind of pulls everything back into perspective. Is like, this trophy is great, but this is temporary. But what I get to share with my wife and my family and the hope we have in Jesus, that means more than anything this trophy could ever give me. And so after being able to just let the day soak in and just let everything kind of come to rest, I couldn't have asked for a better day. And I'm so glad I get to bring you guys along for the ride. And hopefully we can continue to do more of these, and we can continue to grow. And hopefully I can help other people learn what it takes to get out there and get after it, and chase after your dreams and go for what you love. So guys, thank you for watching. The support I get on here is great, and I can't wait to do more of these. So guys, keep everything straight off the hook, and I'll see you next time.